How
I
are you
know.
doing on today, beautiful?
I am wonderful. I'm happy to be here. Hi, people. I see you out here on Instagram land.
Yes,
Well,
thank you. Welcome. Happy Friday to you.
Thank you.
This has been a
Sorry.
long time coming. I am so glad I get to chat with you finally.
Me too. Thank you for your patience. Yes, we finally got it together.
Yes, we did. We did. And thank you guys for joining us. Melanin Vibes, again, is just a show about promoting the emotional and mental wellness with women of color,
Mhm.
specifically women of faith. And so tonight we have Miss Caryn Ward Ross, executive producer, actress, writer, entrepreneur, pet owner.
Right.
Like,
Sorry, my dogs are chiming
that's
in on this interview,
okay.
y'all.
That is okay. Everybody can join in on this interview. But thank you for joining us on today.
Thank
And
you.
I love to start the show off with something called Thinking Baps Are Thankful Baps.
Mhm.
And if y'all don't know, Baps are Black American princesses, which
Yes.
we are. And
Yes.
so, Miss Caryn Ward Ross, what are you thankful for on today?
Um, as cliche as it sounds, I'm thankful for the gift of breath and life. But
Yes,
something I've really
yes.
been sitting with, Adrian, to be quite, frank, is I have my health and well-being, but I also have a lot of time freedom. Meaning that I get to create my day, I get to structure my day, I own my time. And that's something I don't take for granted because there was a point in my career, in my life when I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to do the things that I want to do, that I need to do in the time that I want to do them is a huge gift. And I don't take that lightly.
No, you should not. Like, that is definitely something to be thankful for. I think
Mm-hmm.
until you get to that point where you're able to command your own day, you
Mm-hmm.
never realize exactly how much, like, oh, this, I needed this.
Exactly. I
Like,
need
I
this. If I want to
need to be able.
meditate today, exactly, I can do that. If I want to spend time with my kids or my husband, I get to do that. So it's a blessing, something that, time once it's gone, we don't get that back.
That's definitely true. So let's talk about, because you are an entrepreneur and you have
Mm-hmm.
launched this brand new tea line called,
Yeah.
let me get it right, MediTEAtions.
MediTEAtions. Don't worry, my husband was.
MediTEAtions.
Hi, Bashir. I see you here. Hi, Mr. Robinson. Hi, Lisa. Yes, my husband was called MediTEAtions. I'm like, honey, it's what it is meditation and tea. Two things that I love, two things I grew up with. My mother
Mhm.
instilled that with our family. So it's MediTEAtions, a take on meditations, obviously. And it's the
MediTEAtions.
MediTEAtions. It's intentional sipping, conscious imbibing. So it's actually sipping, preparing the tea, brewing the tea, sipping it with an intention, which I love to pair things in my life. I'm very intentional, and that's what the
Mhm.
brand is. That's who I am, and I think this is kind of what's happening in the world now, that we are moving to a place where we are realizing that our thoughts create our reality, and how we set our day, how we set a situation can really influence and impact that situation. So that's really what it's kind of about in a teacup.
Okay, all right. Well, I see you sipping your tea, so we
Mm-hmm.
have some questions for you. So, what inspired you? You talked about your mother. What inspired you to launch
Mm-hmm.
this line? I mean, celebrities are doing all kinds of different things, but what
Mm-hmm.
inspired you for this in
I will
particular?
tell you, I'll answer that two ways. So it's always been a dream of mine, and I just sat on it. And then when Rona came, I think we all realized that tomorrow is definitely not promised.
Oh,
The
yes.
next breath is not, we aren't guaranteed to experience that. So I, like all of us, took a moment to sit back and said, what can I do that I've been wanting to do that I haven't? And so I said, I'm going for it. The other thing is, just to take it on a little deeper level, I had been operating in, Caryn, actress, producer, writer mode.
Hmm.
And a lot of times, maybe you guys can chime in and tell me if this happens to you. We get locked in these roles and we see ourselves a certain way. And so
Yes.
I really wanted to break and shake that up and say, okay, yes, I'm an actress. Yes, I'm a producer. I'm a mom. I'm a wife, but I'm this also. So I
Hmm.
should say, and not but, and I'm this also. So I really want to expand my palette in terms of how am I playing in the world? How am I showing up? So that's really what it was for me.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, definitely. I mean,
That
Rona
was a lot, I
came.
know.
No, but it's good stuff. I mean, Rona came and shook the table,
Mm-hmm.
literally. And so I
Mm-hmm.
think most of us coming on the other side of it have come out with a different perspective of
Mm-hmm.
life, and are really going for our passions. And not
Yes.
that acting and writing and producing is not your passion, but you know, there's more than one side of us. Like, we
Yeah.
are every woman, literally.
Yes,
every woman.
exactly. I was like, why not, you know, play with all the colors that we have? So being an
Yes.
entrepreneur, and actually, you know, one of my drinks that I'm drinking right now, I just launched my CBD tea, and this one is called Manifest Possibilities. All of my teas are about manifesting equality, whether that's manifest beauty or manifest love or manifest, you know, power. So this is my Manifest Unlimited Possibilities, my CBD blend, because it really marries the health benefits of CBD with the art and practice of drinking tea, and again, that intentional living and kind of setting out what you want to put out in the world. So
okay, so I'm so glad you brought that up, because I was looking at that and I saw the CBD line, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
Can you tell us that may not really know what are the benefits of CBD?
There's a lot. So for those who don't know, you know, CBD is derived from the cannabis plant, and legally it comes from hemp. So it's a hemp derived plant. They have marijuana classified as, you know, a class 1 controlled substance, which is a whole nother conversation for another time. But right now, research has shown, and obviously I can't give medical advice, but research has shown that it has anti-anxiety properties, so it can help with depression, anxiety. It has anti-inflammatory properties. It has neuroprotective elements, which means it can help, you know, with the nervous system. Things like seizures, ADHD. It's soothing for the stomach. It's just, I mean, it's endless what it can do. So it was really important for me to put something out into the world that not only next to water do we drink most on the planet, tea and water, but something that would be healthy and tasty. And my Manifest Possibilities is a maple, a sweet maple. I call it Sweet Relief, and it's maple and caramel, and it's divine. Yes. I love it. So.
No, I have not really ingested CBD, but I definitely am 100% sold on CBD creams. Like, anytime I get a pain, an ache, or anything, insect bite, anything, like, grab my cream.
Grab your cream, right.
I'm like,
grab your kids, grab your wife, grab your queen,
grab
right.
Grab the cream. I need that cream.
But here's the thing, Adrian. It's not a lot of people don't realize that it's not psychoactive. So you're not going to get a high from CBD. You're not going to get high. You might get healthy, but you're not going to get high. So a lot of people have that kind of misperception about CBD. So, and
I had to break it down for my mother and explain there's THC and there's CBD. Now the THC, that's not what you want, but CBD, try it.
Absolutely,
Change your life.
I agree. My tea is that way, and I scoured the earth to find the premium, you know, CBD oil, 99% pure, with my tea. So I'm really proud of it.
Okay, and so has it launched yet, or is it getting ready to launch?
Yes, no, it's there. It's there. Yeah, you can buy them as a set, and they make great gifts. I love, you know, the packaging. It's very important for me that it's a beautiful package, so that when people experience MediTEAtions, they actually have an experience. So yeah, you can get it on the website, MediTEAtions.com. It's there. It's been available. It's been selling great. But more importantly, it's something that I stand behind. So I feel proud about that.
No, I congratulate you on this.
Thank you.
It's awesome. I've been seeing you all over my feed, and definitely I gotta purchase this tea, but I have to have a conversation with this woman, because this is an amazing just concept in general, because I love that you not only it was an intentional thing. Like, it's not just tea, because you see the detox teas everywhere. This was something exactly. This is something that was totally different, and it came from a place of self-awareness, self-love, self-reflection, and so I appreciate that. Like, the packaging is beautiful. All of that is beautiful.
Thank you.
Let's talk about meditation, though.
Yes.
That's a combination of the name of your brand, MediTEAtions.
Yeah, like meditation. Meditate. It's okay. It'll take a minute, but I invented a new word, basically. In a minute, it'll be in the zeitgeist. But first of all, I want to acknowledge you and thank you for that, because I was very intentional in creating. And if I use that word one more time, y'all charge me.
That's okay.
Hey, Nathaniel, I see you. Thank you, Lisa. She said the packaging is very thoughtful. Thank you.
It is.
So now I forgot the question you asked me. Oh, in terms of meditation, I grew up with meditation. My mother, that's just, hi, sorry, my friend is at the door. Honey, Carrie's here, sorry. We're just gonna keep it real on this live,
That's
y'all.
life. It's life.
Life.
It happens.
Babe, Carrie's here, so I don't be yelling at y'all. So what was I saying? About meditation. Yes, it's as I'm because she has to get her, honey. She has to go to gymnastics. Sorry, it's about to be a lot of noise up in here. Sorry, y'all.
That's okay.
But we keep it at 100 up in here.
Yes, that's life.
That's life.
What it looks like.
Hi, Wiley. Somebody said just $1. What you talking about, John? Just $1. I believe that there is a way to move through life that requires us to silence the outside noise and distraction. And for me, the best way to intuit and to receive that information, that guidance, because I think we all have our internal GPS system. Mm-hmm. I call it my God positioning system. It's like how I tune my antenna so that I can get the information, insight, wisdom, and direction that I need to move forward, whether that's creative projects, that's writing a script, acting in a project, or connecting with my daughter, figuring out a different approach to speak with her, managing my marriage. That was interesting terminology, managing my marriage.
Managing, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. It is a managing process. Like it's something that even, today my husband and I were talking, like I have on my to complete list daily, connect with my husband. Like I write it down so that I can check it off. So just going back to your question about meditation, it's and you can do it any number of ways, and it's separate from religion for me. It's not so much about your religious prescription, but it's about your internal invocation. It's your way of like accessing your own wisdom, your own information, because I think we all have it. Just like we all have a purpose for being here, we all have instructions, internal instructions to access that purpose.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. Meditation is a big thing, and that's awesome that you've been doing it for so long. So how
off and on. Let's be clear. So there was some years, but I did. So
that's a good point. So how can you see the difference? Like, how does it show up when you know that you are doing what you need to do? You're meditating. Like, what is the difference that you see in your life?
Great questions. Well, meditation also has a lot of beneficial benefits for the body. So your health, your nervous system calibrates itself. When we are in constant fight or flight, when we're in constant angst, anger, anxiety, pain, that definitely has an effect on the body. Research and science is really showing that now, that our mental, psychological, cognitive, emotional state has an effect on our health. So when I'm feeling vivacious, when I'm feeling like I have health and vitality, I know that my meditation practice is on point. When I'm not so quick to anger, to get so frustrated with my husband or frustrated with my children, I know that my meditative practice is on point. And I want to highlight on point because there's no right or wrong way. It's really about calibrating for yourself when you are in harmony. I like harmony because balance suggests that things are equal, and things may not be equal, but they can be unequal and still be harmonious. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's really kind of an internal. I get insight and inspiration. I get answers. That's when I'm on point. And when I don't, things fall. It just gets cray. So
no, listen, I totally agree with you. Understand and can relate. Like I had that moment this week that I was like, oh my God, Lord, I am so thankful that I have been in a place of peace and meditating and spending time with you, because I could hear your voice. And so everything, like things could have went differently, but I followed your direction exactly, but I was able to hear it. And that was the point that like was brought to my attention when I was just thinking that, like, but you were able to hear it. You were able to hear it because you've learned how to. You've attuned.
Yeah, it's an antenna system. Exactly. And here's the thing. You brought up something else. It's also like putting deposits in the bank. You want to be able to withdraw that good energy, that good vibration when you have those stressful moments. When life comes and whacks you, you want to have that solid foundation. So for me, my meditative practice, and again, it's a practice. Even this morning, I didn't even get to it like I wanted to. I wake up, I do what's called, I call it scripting. What it is I have a glass of tea and I script out, I write out how I envision my day going is one form of meditative practice that I do. I also sit in silence. I have guided meditation. So you can play around and see what works for you. But I do recommend, my husband's just sitting here watching me. I do recommend that you find some kind of practice. Hi, boo. I love you too.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you.
You got to get it in where you can. But there are, I'm glad you brought that up. There are different types of meditation. I mean, I think like professionally or whatever they call it, there's like 5 different types of meditation, but there are different ways that you can do it. Because I know for me, I'm more of a mindfulness meditator where I'm just like, I combine that with breath work and that works for me.
Yes.
The guided meditations, not so much, because that voice ends up still distracting me. So I've learned no, I need complete silence.
Yes.
Like, let me just breathe and just be one. Like, I hate to sound cliche, but
no, I get it. Yeah, and for me, I go through seasons. Sometimes I'm like guided meditation all month, and then the next month I'm like, I need to just be with the breath. So I completely understand. I think the most important thing is finding some way, again, to block out those distractions, the noise of the world, so that you can really get access to your own inner voice, your own inner guidance, and hear the next steps for your life. I think that's really, however you get there, get to the promised land, just get there. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, 100%, because self-care is important. Like I tell people, like, you are your most important asset. So if you're not taking care of yourself, and that doesn't just mean the outside, like you have to take care of the inside. And that's where these practices like meditation and so many other things come to play. Like you have to incorporate them. And I was resistant for a long time. Like, that is not something I need. I am strong. I am tough. She can do this.
Right. Right.
Going back to what you said about how stress and different things can affect the body physically, it wasn't until I started having physical manifestations of like, it's nothing but stress.
Yes.
Like you are clearly just trying to keep, and that's what we do sometimes as Black women. Like we just keep piling it on and like, yep, we can take this, like, okay, it's an avalanche, let's dig ourselves out and keep going. But we don't stop to say, how are you really? How am I doing? And being honest with ourselves and saying, I need a moment, I need a break, I need to breathe.
Yes.
So that
and journaling and writing is a powerful way to do that too. If you aren't necessarily comfortable with sitting still in silence, just write it out. I do a form of free consciousness. Just I wake up top of the morning, write whatever on my mind, even if it's I don't know what I'm making for breakfast. Just the act of getting it out and being in communication with yourself is invaluable. So I do feel you on that completely.
Yeah. That's an important thing. It's definitely an important thing.